Hi, welcome to Movement with Molly. Today's class is a fast-paced fire flow. We'll start in a comfortable seat, could be kneeling or cross-legged. Just take a moment to arrive. Let the shoulders stack over the hips and extend through the crown of the head all the way down to the pelvis. And draw the gaze in by either closing your eyes or just letting the focus soften. Wherever you are with your breath, let's exhale to press away anything stagnant or stale. And then through the nose, take a slow, steady inhale. And open up the mouth to breathe out. Seal your lips, inhale through your nose, nice and slow. Keep the mouth closed, exhale through the nose. Staying with that oceanic breath, building a little internal heat. Let's cross the ankles and bring the legs out to a Navasana boat pose. You can start just on the soles of the feet and sits bones, hands to hamstrings to elongate the spine. Try to keep the neck in line, so maybe a little tuck of the chin. And then option here to extend arms, legs, or potentially both. Just try to really prioritize the long spine and the steady breath. Draw your low belly in, draw your shoulders back, and let's find 3 breaths here. Again, arms and legs can be extended, or you can stay with knees bent. Full inhale and full exhale. Smooth breath in and smooth breath out. Last one, inhale and exhale. Cross the ankles, plant the palms, and make your way to your tabletop. From here right away, spread fingers, tuck toes, lift the knees to a hover, just an inch or two above the mat. Try to keep a little micro bend to the elbows and broaden through the back as you hug the navel in. 3 breaths here as well. Inhale and exhale, push the ground away. Smooth inhale and exhale to stay. One more time, inhale and exhale. Tap the knees down, child's pose. Knees can be together or apart. Let your hips find your heels, let your forehead find the floor. And maybe rock side to side, massaging the space above and between the eyes. Great time to plant seeds for your practice, anything that you want to embody or implement. And then make your way forward. We'll take a couple stretches of the wrists. So you can flip the fingers to face you. Maybe even come back to tabletop, find some movement here, like bending the elbows or creating some circles. And then go the other direction and bring backs of the hands to the mat as well. So allowing the wrists some flexion and extension. Again, move side to side and kind of undulate the spine. Eventually finding your high plank pose. So walk your hands forward, send your feet back, long, strong line of energy from the heels to the head. 3 breaths here. Inhale and exhale. Smooth breath in and smooth breath out. One more time. Inhale and exhale, downward dog. Bend your knees, lift your seat, and walk it out. So you can bend your knees, shake your head. Come high to the balls of the feet, lift the heels, and then roll forward to plank. We'll take a measurement, shoulders over wrists. Big breath in. As you breathe out, micro bend elbows and knees. Press up and back through the seat, and then twice more moving with breath. Inhale, ripple forward plank. And exhale, right back to downward facing. One more inhale, come forward, and exhale, down dog. Start to bend the knees, lift the heels, lift the hips, and then step where you might hop to the top of your mat, forward fold. Keep your feet hips width, bend the knees a lot, and let the head and torso drop. From here, hands to shins, find a halfway lift to lengthen as you breathe in. And as you breathe out, fold, bend the knees, and then slow roll up to stand for this first round. 1 vertebra at a time, stack the spine. And once the chin lifts, roll the shoulders down the back and flip the palms forward. Smooth inhale here. And maybe open the mouth to breathe out. Arms out and up. Inhale, Urdhva Hastasana, maybe press palms. And exhale, bend the knees, crease at the hips, Uttanasana, forward fold. Halfway lift on the breath in. Fold as you breathe out. We'll meet back in a high plank pose. Inhale, come forward to the toe tips. Exhale, bend the elbows halfway towards the ribs, Chaturanga Dandasana. Flip your feet for upward facing dog. Big inhale. And then exhale, downward facing dog, hips back and up. Inhale here through your nose. Maybe open the mouth to breathe out. One more round, connecting movement with breath. Lift the heels and pelvic floor super high. Bend your knees towards your armpits. Look forward, step or float, top of the mat. And then inhale as you arrive, find your flat back. Exhale, fold over the legs. Inhale, come all the way to stand. One fluid motion. Exhale, arms down, mountain. Inhale, arms up, press palms. And exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift as you breathe in. Step or option to hop back as you breathe out, landing with arms bent. Inhale, upward facing. And exhale, down dog. Seal your lips. Come back to your Ujjayi Pranayama. As you inhale, take the right leg up and back. As you exhale, bend the knee and rotate open the hip. Keep the right armpit heavy. Inhale to re-extend and realign. Exhale, knee towards the nose. Draw the navel towards the spine. Inhale, right leg up and back. Exhale, right knee towards right armpit. Maybe a little chaturanga push-up. Inhale, right leg up and back. Exhale, right knee to the left. Same invitation, little bend of the elbows. Inhale, right leg up and back. Exhale, foot between the hands. Try to align right knee and right armpit. And then lengthen both legs, hopping that back foot slightly in for a pyramid. Back toes to a 45-degree angle. Breathing into the right hamstrings. Let the head and chest heavy. And then come back to that runner's lunge. Breathing in, roll the shoulders down. And breathing out, pyramid pose. One more time like that. Inhale, bend your front knee, roll your shoulders back to open your chest. And exhale, pyramid pose. Drop the weight of the torso and head. From here, bend your knee, look forward, and step your left foot to meet your right. Forward fold. Chair pose, Utkatasana. Bend the knees, drop the seat, and shift the weight into the heels so that you see all 10 of the toes. Find a breath here and a soft focus. And then take the arms back as you shift the weight forward for diver's pose. Lift your heels up, gaze down so your neck stays long. Try hugging ankles, knees, and thighs in towards the midline here. Really lift your heels high. And then we'll come back to chair pose. So bend knees, shift weight in your heels. And try to keep the breath steady as you play with that transition. So a few more times on your own. Coming forward, diver's pose, lift your heels super high. And then coming back, chair pose. Next time, diver's pose. Let's keep the heels and hips up high. And then start to bend knees and plant palms to play with a crow prep. So hands, shoulders width, fingers spread, ideally an equilateral triangle between the toes and the hands, and keep your big toes touching. Lift your heels high, bend your knees towards your armpits, elbows to ribs, and then start to play with shifting forward, creating that contact with the upper arms and shins. Your feet may or may not lift. What does it feel like to stack your elbows over your wrists? From here, step or hop it back, bend the elbows towards the ribs. Inhale, back bend of your choice, down dog as you exhale. As you inhale, send your left leg up and back. As you exhale, bend your knee, rotate open your hips. Again, breathing in, re-extend and realign. And breathing out, bring the knee towards the nose. Inhale, left leg up and back. And as you exhale, left knee, left armpit, maybe a micro bend to your elbows. Inhale, left leg up and back. And exhale, left knee to the right. Again, maybe a little bend. Inhale, left leg long. Exhale, step the foot between the hands. Adjust for that knee to armpit alignment. And then spin your back heel down and lengthen your front leg, breathing into your hamstrings for pyramid. Try to slow the exhales down here. And then deeply bend your front knee, spin your back heel up. Inhaling, broaden through your collarbones, runner's lunge. And exhaling, pyramid. Last one, inhale. And exhale. Bend your knee, spin your back heel up, look forward, step your right foot to meet your left. When you arrive, bring the feet together and drop your hips. Chair pose, Utkatasana. Find your breath. And try to find the midline, hugging right and left side, body in. From here, keep your breath steady, diver's pose. Try to align arms with your torso. The more you lift up, the more you reach back for counterbalance. And try to find that little lift of the low belly in and the floor of the pelvis. Chair pose, Utkatasana, lean back. Diver's pose, shift forward, chest open. Good, one more time. Chair pose. And come forward, diver's pose. So again, try keeping your heels, your hips nice and high. Plant your hands so they're shoulders width. Find that triangle distance between the feet and the palms. Really spread the fingers. Bend your elbows towards your ribs, your knees towards your armpits, and then start to take the whole shape forward. Your feet may or may not lift. From here, option to step or hop it back. Keep arms bent. Inhale for your back bend. And exhale, down dog, hips up and back. Take a smooth breath in through the nose. And maybe open up the mouth to breathe out. From here, take the right leg long, breathing in. And as you breathe out, step your right foot in between your hands. Find your hips width and rise, high crescent. Shoulders over hips and a nice soft focus. Option here to bend the back knee and really ground through the hips. And then re-extend and try to maintain a neutral pelvis. Big inhale here, look up, reach up, and exhale, open up, warrior two. Spin the back heel down and align your front heel with your back arch. Maybe you gaze at the right middle finger or inward. Maybe you check back in with qualities you wanted to embody. Right forearm, right thigh, left arm to the sky. Extended supported side angle. Option to use right arm to frame your face as well. Try to just lift out of the right hip. Deep breath in. On the breath out, come back through warrior two, and then inhale for a peaceful warrior. As you exhale, cartwheel hands to the ground. Drop the back knee down and twist right arm up to the sky. Option here to reach for the back of the mat and then bend the back knee and draw the heel in to lengthen through your quads and the muscles that flex your hips. And then gently releasing out, toe heel the right foot right. And let's pause here in a lizard. So a few options. You can stay right here. Let the tailbone be heavy. Steady the breath. Or you can bring your forearms down to the ground and keep your fingers spread. So for this, try to maintain that shoulders width distance. You can get a measurement by grabbing onto opposite elbow. And then realign and pull your chest forward. Slow, steady breaths. And we'll all meet up in a forearm plank. So tuck your back toes, shift right foot to left. And maybe even rock a little forward and back so the shoulders come over the elbows. Draw the navel in. Good. From here, press right palm down, followed by the left. Strong plank. Inhale. Then exhale. Back to your downward facing. Smooth breath in through the nose. And open up the mouth to sigh out. Left leg up and back on the next breath in. And then foot between the hands as you breathe out. Find your hips width, all 10 toes forward, and then high lunge. Again, maybe a little bend to your back knee. And let your focus and breath be steady. Lift the ribs away from the hips and reach all the way up through the tips of the fingers. Big inhale, look up, lift up. And exhale, open up, warrior two. Grounding with both feet, left heel to right arch alignment. Can you slow down the breath? Left forearm, left thigh, right arm to the sky, or in line with your back leg. So extended, supported side angle. Keep the contact of outer right foot to the mat, and then invitation to challenge yourself by extending your left arm to frame your face as well. Big inhale. Exhale, take it back through warrior two, flip the palm and reach up, peaceful warrior. Inhale. As you exhale, cartwheel your hands to the ground, lift your back heel and ground your back shin down. Find your twist, left arm up to the sky. An option to reach back, maybe for the right. Foot pinky edge. Find your breath. And then gently release the grip, unwind, and toe heel left foot to the left. So again, great place to stay. Let the tailbone get super heavy. Or play with coming down onto the forearms, wrists and elbows, shoulders width, and pull the heart through the arms. From here, we'll meet in a forearm plank. Make your way, tuck your back toes, lift the knee, and step the left foot to meet the right. Again, maybe some rocks, and this time option for dolphin pose. So walk your feet in towards your elbows, like a down dog on your forearms. So really bend the knees, lift the hips up. Push through your index, your thumb, your elbows, and keep hugging the arms in. So everything's still going towards that center line. From here, walk your feet back, forearm plank. Inhale, push the ground away, plank pose, and exhale, downward facing. Big breath in through the nose, fill yourself up, and maybe open up the mouth to breathe out. All right, inhale, send your right leg long up and back. This time, exhale, bend the knee, open the hip. Option to flip the dog and open the chest, right foot behind left. Big inhale, lift your hips, drop your head, reach towards the floor. And as you exhale, press down to come out. Right leg long, breathing in, knee to forehead, breathing out. Right leg long as you inhale, right knee, right armpit, exhale. Option this time for your arm balance. So bend your elbows like chaturanga. Create a shelf for yourself. Your back toes might get light. They might even lift. Three-legged dog on your breath in. Same option here. Maybe you're working with that little push-up. Maybe you're finding a shelf and getting light on your back toes. Right leg long, breathing in. And breathing out, step through. And rise for a high crescent. Slow the breath down. Take the weight into the right foot. Micro bend left knee, and then step left foot to meet right, chair pose. From here, palms to prayer, shift weight to the left leg and bring it up to a one-legged mountain, right knee to chest. Draw your shoulders down. And then right ankle, left knee. Sit back into your figure four. So really send the seat back like chair, lift your sternum towards your thumbs. This is a great place to stay. Or we can play with an arm balance step by step. So step 1, lower forearms to your right shin. Step 2, maybe fingertips to the mat. You could even just play here with balance, dropping your head. Maybe you want to go for step 3, plant your palms, lift your back heel up, and then hook the right toes around the left upper arm, creating a shelf for your right leg. Maybe the left foot gets light. It might even extend back if the breath is steady. Do the best you can and practice patience. If you fall out, try to come back in. Good. From here, I want to find a forward fold. Let that go, shake it off. Inhale, flat back, and exhale, fold. Sweep the arms out and up with a full breath in, and arms down as you breathe out, grounding in mountain. Inhale, arms out and up, press palms, and exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift, breathing in. Step or hop it back, breathing out, landing with elbows bent. Big breath in to expand into your back bend. And as you breathe out, downward facing dog, hips up and back. Inhale, left leg long. Exhale, bend your knee, open your hip up. Option to flip. Left foot behind right, hips high. Big inhale. Exhale, press down to come out so you're lifting off of that right shoulder. Inhale, extend left leg long, and exhale, curl your knee in towards your nose. Inhale, left leg up and back. Exhale, left knee towards left armpit. Option to create that shelf, so elbows into ribs, and then weight forward. Maybe right foot gets light. Inhale, left leg up and back. Exhale for your twist. Left knee to the right. Again, option to utilize your arms like a shelf. Left leg up and back on the breath in. And on the breath out, step between the hands. Find that hips width foundation. Where can you soften? What do you need in this moment? Bend your right knee, step forward, chair pose. Take the palms to prayer. Shift weight into the right leg, left knee to chest. One-legged mountain. Pause here to slow down the breath. Ankle to knee, figure 4. Send the hips back, the heart up, and draw the shoulders down. Great place to stay, or play with bringing forearms to left shin. Maybe fingertips to the mat. Maybe you drop your head to find balance. If you want to work towards that arm balance, keep ankle to knee, hands shoulder width apart. Hook the left toes around the right upper arm and start to find that chaturanga shelf. Maybe bringing everything forward, maybe even hovering that back leg. Slow and steady with your breath. Wherever you are, reverse out. Forward fold to let go. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale to fold. Sweep the arms out and up. Full inhale. Arms down, mountain as you exhale. Inhale, arms out and up. Press palms. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. And we'll come back to that forearm plank pose. So you might even utilize knees and shins to really get that measurement. So make sure it's the palm of your hand into the bony part of your elbow. So it's really that shoulder's width. Plant that connection to the ground. And then spread the fingers, really root down. Tuck toes, lift hips, find dolphin. So this is a great place to stay. Or you can start to play with lifting one leg, putting it down, lifting the other, putting it down. And then maybe you start to look forward and shift forward and just play with little tiny hops. Think of really sending your hips up. Couple more breaths to play. Nothing has to happen. Do the best you can, and if you fall out, come back in. Child's pose when you're ready. See if you can let the effort go. Maybe coming back to a gentle rocking of the forehead. And then eventually, we'll come all the way to the back. So extend your legs out long and roll all the way down. Hug your knees in and rock side to side. And take your knees over to your left and your torso to your right. Big inhale here across your body. And full exhale. Come to center, inhale. Exhale, knees right. And gaze left. And back to center. Reach from inside your knees for outer feet. Happy baby. Knees towards armpits, heels towards the ceiling. Can rock and sway here. An option to stay. Take your legs up or up and back. Just keep the gaze straight for your plow pose. Hands to the small of the back and hug the elbows in. So really work to get the pelvis closer to the face. And then eventually, maybe, legs up to the sky, shoulder stand. Slowly reversing out. Reverse the steps, so feet behind you, hands down, and then lower your spine one vertebra at a time. Matsyasana, fish pose. Come onto the forearms, press down with your palms, and then tilt the pelvis forward. Drop the head, so you just rest a little bit of weight on the crown. 3 full cycles of breath here. Tuck the chin, let the shoulders widen. Separate your feet hips width. Let the palms face the sky and the gaze turn in. Final Shavasana, final rest. Notice the breath. Option to stay if you've got the time, or option to bring movement back. Eventually take the arms overhead and give yourself a full yawn stretch. And then roll to one side, finding a fetal position. Taking a moment to gaze in and to connect with any aspects of your practice that you want to stay with. And then press up to a seat. Again, aligning shoulders over hips. Just pause to notice how you feel without judgment. Palms to prayer, chin to chest, to honor your effort, to honor your teacher within. The light and teacher in me honors and sees the light and teacher in you. Thank you for your practice.